Hi, everybody. I'm David Yanez, and I am the director, co-director, and producer of the Uptown at the Apollo show by San Jose Musical Theater. It is a vocalist contest, a $1,000 prize. And I am here tonight with Leslie Ivy-Louthaman. And I'm going to tell you something about her already, all right? She's a great sport. She's a great sport because I mispronounced her name on the marketing. And then I asked her later, like, how do you pronounce your last name? And she told me it's Louthaman, not Louthaman. It's Louthaman. So she's a good sport. She's a good egg. She didn't make me change it. So she's not a diva. All right. Or maybe she is. I don't know. Well, we'll find out. You're going to get to know her a little bit. So, Leslie, this is your opportunity. The audience doesn't know anything about you other than you made a finalist to be in this show. So why don't you tell the audience about yourself?
Okay, let's see. Well, musical theater is a huge passion of mine. As you could probably tell from me entering the talent show anyway. Um, it's a big part of my life, and it was something I loved since I was a young girl. And I'm just very, very glad I found my way into this whole genre, into singing and dancing and acting and everything. My day job is I am an ABA therapist, which means
really?
applied behavioral analysis. And I work with children with neurological disorders. And that is another passion of mine. So I feel like I have a pretty awesome life because I'm doing everything that I love and that I'm passionate about. So that's pretty much me. And I'm a Bay Area native, Oakland, born and raised.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I wanted to ask you, okay, so you mentioned that you like musical theater. Are there any bucket list parts out there that you have not played yet that you really want to play? What parts do you want to get?
Oh man. Oh goodness.
Okay, let me stop you right there. Okay, because I got to tell you,
Okay.
I'm a Dreamgirls fanatic. All right, and I've got a whole backstory about that show that I'll tell you when we're off air. But I know a lot about that show. I want to direct that show. So I was going to ask you: are you a Laurel, a Dina, or an Effie?
Honestly, I feel like I'm more of an Effie.
Ooh.
In like a few different ways. I feel like throughout my life there are times when people needed somebody else to shine instead of me, and I feel like I've experienced that a few times. So I kind of the difference between Effie and me though is that she like struck out on her own. Well, no, I guess she kind of did fade for a little while. I was gonna say, yeah, I kind of let myself just get quiet and things like that. And I always think of Effie as such a powerhouse, but I forgot she did have that time where she kind of faded. So yeah, I would say I'm kind of an Effie.
But you're not going, right?
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I am not going.
Saying, I'm not going.
Yes, okay, we learned the same thing. I'm not going.
All right. So getting back to the question about what parts out there are you like waiting to hear about the show happening and going out and auditioning and trying to get a part?
Oh, wow. Honestly, at the moment, I can't think of anything only because in 2019, before before everything shut down, I had the privilege of playing a few parts that I really loved. And
Tell us what they were.
I got to play Dolores Van Cartier in Sister Act.
Oh, great.
I got to play Asaka in Once on This Island. There was another show. Why can't I think of it at the moment? There was another wonderful show
I mean,
that I
both of
got
those
to
are
do.
great shows, but
Yeah,
Once on This Island is so awesome. I mean,
it's a pretty powerful show. Yeah, I love the music. Oh my goodness, I love the music in that show. Probably the one show that that is on my bucket list would be in Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
would want to be, people always think I wanna be Angelica, and I would love to be Angelica, but I kind of like the, Aunt Peggy, to
Oh,
be honest with you. She gets to sing that song later on when she's like, the
yeah.
mistress and she has tempted
Yes.
Alexander Hamilton. And it's not so much that I want to play a character like that, but that song is
All
just so
right.
sultry.
No,
It's just
absolutely.
so smooth and sultry. And that's
Yeah.
why I want to play
Yeah.
that role, just so I can sing that song.
Well, that's cool. That's really cool because I have to tell you, I spent countless hours learning Satisfied.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You're gonna have to let me hear that one day. I'll
Yeah.
be your backup.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask you. All right. So we've got all of these kids out there that are starting musical theater. They're joining musical theater.
Mhm.
What advice do you have for girls that are starting to get into musical theater? Like, what advice would you give girls? Like, what to watch out for? What's a way that they can, kind of take care of themselves? What do you have to say about that?
I would say, um, get as much training and as much education at every avenue possible. Nothing is wasted, nothing is useless. Every bit of information is important, every bit of training is important, every relationship is important. Um, and things to watch out for, I would say, is I guess being pigeonholed. I'm a big believer in just exploring, stepping out. It's true that there are roles that we fit. That this is true
Mm,
for because of physical makeup, the tone of our voice, just what we bring to the table. We fit into one role instead of another. But I would also say if there's something that you want to try that is not necessarily your type, learn it.
mm.
Learn to expand, learn to express yourself in different ways, and don't cut yourself off before someone else tells you no. Don't tell yourself no before someone else tells you no. Tell yourself yes every time.
Okay. All right. All right. So here we are at the end of this interview. And this is the opportunity the audience has gotten to get to know you a bit. I want you to tell the audience why they need to buy a ticket to see this show and see you compete in this show.
Okay. One of the reasons why you need to buy a ticket to the show is because it pays homage to this beautiful and sometimes overlooked pinnacle of American music. Just what American music is today, not even just for America, but for the world. What pop music has become, a lot of that talent came out of the Apollo Theater. And this show, Uptown at the Apollo, pays homage to that, I believe. And, who knows, you may see a new rising star coming out of it. Um, and the reason why you should come see me is because, we've been in quarantine for a while, and I'm going to be trying to get back into the groove. So I feel like you should join me. I need your energy. I need to feel the love. And I'm sure you will definitely be entertained. I will do my best to entertain, and I'll always have fun on stage. So I think it'll be a good time. You and me. It'll be great.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to hold you to that. Now, this is some notes for the audience. You'll see a URL that's going to play along the bottom of this screen, directing you to show ticks for you and how to buy a ticket. I'll also have a little thing at the end here that you are able to see that if you are a Leslie fan, which you probably are, because all of these videos that are created for these contestants are being given to the contestants to send out to their friends and family. And so you'll see a little how to buy a ticket and give credit to Leslie. So you want to watch for that. But we want to thank you in advance for supporting San Jose Musical Theater in general here in San Jose. And so we're just really excited to be able to bring this show to you. And so Thank you, Leslie, for being here tonight. And we look forward to all of you coming to see Uptown at the Apollo. So everyone, we want to see you there.
Yes. Thank you.